A petition on change.org is calling for a transgender woman to be the first runway model for Victoria's Secret. So far, the petition has more than 34,000 signatures, and the woman in question is actually very beautiful. Her name is Carmen Carrera, and she really wants to walk on the runway for that very, very popular Victoria's Secret. God, she's beautiful.
Yeah,
I can't get over how beautiful she is.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm a little jelly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like this story because I think it brings up a really important issue. Should women be allowed, or transgender women be allowed to model? Should companies be pressured into hiring them, especially when they have all the qualifications? I mean, she's beautiful. I think that she could model lingerie perfectly. But here is, the important element of the story that you should keep in mind. The audience for the Victoria's Secret fashion show is composed mostly of men.
Oh, is that right?
It's surprising. I know you didn't see that coming.
Interesting.
So I just want you guys to know that when deciding whether or not you think this is a good idea. Now, I would say go for it, but all right, drop it.
Drop it. Now, here are the factors at play, right? So on the one hand, she's gorgeous, and there's no reason why you should keep her from being a Victoria's Secret model. I mean, if she qualifies, right, in other ways.
Get it, girl.
Bless her heart. And, I'm a lib, so that makes a ton of sense. And if you didn't tell somebody, there's no way they know. There's no way they know, right? But that's the counterpoint that some guys would make. That they would say, hey, wait a minute now, I didn't sign up for this, right? Mm-hmm. And then you're kind of giving me a surprise there at the end. And by the way, she's fully transitioned if you're curious, for whatever reason. And so they might get mad at that. On the other hand, why do we care that they got mad at that? First of all, you're supposed to be using that catalog to buy stuff.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you're supposed to look at the products, right? And buy something for your wife or girlfriend or mistress or whatever it is and move on with your life. Does Victoria's Secret have a duty to not surprise you and make you uncomfortable, if that's what makes you uncomfortable? The flip side to that is Victoria's Secret is a for-profit company, and do they really want to piss off some percentage of their male audience that buys that lingerie for their, partners? Mm-hmm. Do we make them do that? I mean, of course we can't make them do that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, so of course it's a private company. You can't make them do anything, but of course their decisions will lead to consumers making choices about whether or not they're going to shop there. Now, here's my argument to those who say, oh, well, the Victoria's Secret fashion show has a huge male audience. Okay, but the #1 demographic that purchases its lingerie is female, right? Mm-hmm. So what is the whole point of that fashion show? It's not, I mean, it goes beyond just trying to arouse men. They're doing it because they want marketing. They want hype about their lingerie. They want more women to go out and buy it. So as a result, if you are focusing on a female consumer, who cares if one of your models is transgender? You're not looking to turn women on or turn men on. You're looking to sell your lingerie. Women are not going to stop buying your lingerie because you have a transgender model. Okay, maybe some religious people will, but I don't think religious people wear lingerie, do they? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No, I'm sure they do. Chief Justice Godoy, thoughts on whether Victoria's Secret should make the choice. Nobody's making them, but if you were at Victoria's Secret, make the choice to have this transgendered woman or not among your catwalk or whatever they call it.
I hope they do. I think it's a good. Obviously, the conversation's already being had, so it's time to get everybody else to get over this. It's it should be a normal thing now that transgendered people want to work anywhere at any time without having the scrutiny to do anything.
So what's interesting, I think we're going to be unanimous on this, because what's interesting is that when we first heard this story and we're discussing it in the morning meeting, I was more 50-50 on it, right? But now that we've had the discussion, it's actually a no-brainer. Mm-hmm. So some guys are uncomfortable that they got turned on by her and then realize, oh, she's transgendered. I shouldn't have gotten. Why do we care about those guys?
We shouldn't care about those guys at all.
Right? Oh, okay, sorry. I mean, I guess you got to go. And the whole idea of questioning yourself, it's all so stupid. She looks like a female. She is a female, okay? Move on. So, because Anna, what you said actually really put me over the top. Like, so I guess some religious people or whoever might object, right? But they object to Chick-fil-A, or they're in favor of Chick-fil-A. They object to Disney when they, allow gay employees not to be discriminated against and give them the same health care coverage as straight employees have. So what do we care about those guys for? All right, go protest that, by the way, the world's most unsuccessful protest ever was the Disney protest. Like, religious people are like, yeah, Disney, that's really bad. Anyway, where are we going? We're going to Disneyland, right? And those same guys who are protesting probably going to be the first one to pick up the Victoria's Secret catalog after this anyway.